Brett texted me right now. We got Jong tonight. You gonna be back soon?
No.
Who said this?
Brett did.
What did he say?
We got Jong tonight. You gonna be back soon?
No.
No.
Tell him you're working.
Maybe you should have said this earlier.
well, he did. It's a whole thing. Let's start the podcast.
Right.
We didn't have big box set DVDs. I paid $30 for 2 episodes of anime, and we liked it.
In 1969, the first man stepped on the moon.
Yes, that song, which I hate.
Fake fan alert.
In Japan, it aired in 1992.
The biggest action show in 25 years.
Hitch to bring Sailor Moon to North America.
Known as Saban Moon.
Before I learned about Beautiful Joe and Henshin Agoto, baby.
No.
But I don't understand one thing.
The panty shot.
If you keep your grades on the sticks, can you beautiful?
I like them thick, says Mitsuki. Shut the fuck up, she gets the holy grail.
Okay, guys.
What? You poor editor.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pretty Guardian Podcast, where we look at every episode of Sailor Moon.
Apparently.
We're trying to.
Every episode. It's going to be great.
If
Hi, everyone.
Yes, I'm Harrison. Joining me, as always, is my wife, Kelly.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
She'll be our main guide through this, and she's the big Moony. And, of course, Michael.
Yep. Here I am.
And then, as last time, we had Heather.
Hello!
And then James was with us this time.
Hi.
So if you're new here, what we do is we watch an episode of Sailor Moon. We are watching the 2014 Viz dub, so we can just get a more accurate version of the story, but we can also, it's better for us to take notes and things like that. We watch the episode, we start the podcast, we watch the episode, and we come back and we talk about it. We'll give our thoughts, feelings, usually our who we think is the best character for the episode, and things like that. You'll see it as we go.
We'll reminisce about how we miss Brooklyn Molly.
Oh, my gosh.
You say we.
And so I guess, James, we kind of talked about all of our different experiences with Sailor Moon. What's a little brief description of what you were doing?
Also, keep in mind, no spoilers.
Right. No spoilers.
Okay.
I only have the, I saw it
because I know your favorite character comes in season 3, and I don't want to...
I'm just gonna... I think I was aware of it well before it hit the Toonami block, but I didn't really watch it until it hit Toonami, and I didn't get to watch it regularly still because we didn't have cable at our house. Mm-hmm. So usually we get to see it on holidays or breaks at my grandparents' because Sailor Moon came on just before Dragon Ball Z, and I was may as well. To be honest, though, I liked it too. I mean, it didn't hurt.
Waiting for the men.
Waiting for the man.
But I'll watch these girls in short skirts do their thing first.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Short skirts. What a problem.
from a 12 to 13-year-old boy, yeah, long legs and short skirts. It's not the worst thing.
Now, see, James, 12 and 13, it would have already been on Toonami because it came on Toonami in '98.
Well, he said Toonami.
Yeah. I was aware of it before.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Toonami,
Right.
but I didn't watch it until it was on the Toonami block.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I think when I was a kid, my favorite Senshi, up until another Senshi who will not be until later shows up, was Mars, because I thought Serena was kind of a moron, and Mars kind of whacked her on the head for being one. But now that I'm older, I think Mars is kind of too mean. Of course, it also helps that when you watch in the dub, Usagi's still kind of an idiot, but...
I think she's not as vicious in the new dub.
Yeah.
She's kind of more... Well, we'll get into Mars when we get to her.
When we actually get to Mars, we'll get more into that.
We have a couple episodes before we even meet Mercury,
Yeah,
so...
I think Mercury's like an episode...
Oh, yeah.
5 or 8 or something? I forget. But Mercury's not until way later.
Let's talk about episode 2. What episode are we on, Kelly?
2.
This is episode 2. It is called Punishment Awaits. The House of Fortune is the Monster Mansion. This episode was never dubbed.
Ooh.
Originally, it was cut from the Deke dub.
No, the Dick dub's fine.
Yeah. So Deke cut this episode completely. So it aired March 14, 1992 in Japan.
Oh.
And then why was it cut? Or will we talk about that
That's it. We
later?
probably should talk about that
Okay,
after we
we'll
watch
talk
it.
about it after we watch it.
So,
Is there going to be a moment when something's on screen and be like, oh, that's not for America?
That's him. That's a guy. Well, in Deek's case, Canada.
Deke also dubbed episodes for stupid reasons sometimes too. So
Okay.
let's see if you
Or
can figure out.
Do you mean cut episodes for stupid?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see if you can figure out
I'm
why.
gonna get
it's
my
cut.
bingo card. Hold on. I'm going to call my bingo card. I am looking for
Okay.
swastika or swastika-like symbol, mild swearing,
Whoa,
Okay.
now.
Okay.
depiction of. Oh, you said this is for Canada. I know earlier you mentioned bicycle riders without helmets.
Yeah, safety. Like
Yeah.
anything safety or violence related would be a good thing to look out for in
And-
Canada.
Not like a sailor attack, but like an actual physical punch.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep that in your pocket for later.
Yeah. Well. So yeah, we'll see if you can figure out the reason
That's my
why
mini-
it was cut
Yeah.
when we come back after we watch the episode.
that's
It's apparently not breaking a bottle of champagne and trying to stab Usagi.
Oh, with the
Oh, yes.
Jack and Jules.
Jack and Jules, yeah, baby. Well, hopefully we can have find a good name for this episode as we watch it, like we did last episode.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna go watch episode 2 of Sailor Moon. Stay tuned.
Here we
We'll
go.
see y'all soon. And we're back. So we just finished watching episode 2. That name was too long. I'm not going to repeat it because I can't remember
I
that.
have it written down.
The Fortunes in the Ghost Maniac Mansion with
Punishment awaits. The House of Fortune is the Monster Mansion.
Maniac McGee. That's right.
Yep.
No, there was no Maniac McGee.
That's what we got.
There were reptilians.
Yeah.
All I have to say about the episode, yeah.
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 See,
Bingo card immediately shattered.
Hey, Michael, why was this episode not
why
aired in
was
the
this
U.S.
episode not aired?
and or in Canada?
I think I don't know if it's because of the where we left. It's a Blu-ray, so we would have left off anywhere. But the I think what was it? Was it the Sailor Says?
No, Sailor Moon Says is
previously on.
No,
It was
an
a
episode
preview for the
preview.
next
Yeah, so
episode.
preview for the next
Okay,
episode
yeah.
that we skipped. We're like, we're gonna watch the next episode. We don't have to see the
Immediately,
preview.
like the third shot on screen after watching. Well, no, hold on. Like 3 seconds of watching in, just immediately skirt flip to panties, and you know, of course, there was nothing to wake up in my lizard brain because. Of course it never aired. Of course the deep dub. Of course, because like you know, like you get to your teenage. Well, for me, like I was born in '95. You get to your teenage years. You become a weeb, or you get introduced somehow. And then that's where you learn about all the degeneracy. But how I should have foreseen this.
Yeah, you should.
I should have known.
At least in the art like this, as opposed to most anime nowadays, it was just it's a circle for her butt. It's not like this overly detailed.
It's not a trend that started. It
No.
never left.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
No,
That's
they're
just a Japanese culture thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think like sex is viewed much more lightly than like
Absolutely.
Puritan America, most of North America. Honestly.
Yes. Which, ironically, depending how far left or right you go, it's very Puritan.
Oh, right.
But I'm not getting into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but also in the bingo card, delinquency.
Yes.
I was on the right track.
Yep.
But it wasn't.
You're on the right track with violence, but yes.
No, it was the laughing openly at the teacher and tripping her, just throwing rocks at a window.
Yeah, through the school window.
So they just cut it completely. They're like, we're just gonna not air this at all.
See, what I expected was that like the card was going to give him legit courage to do what he wanted to do, and then they would flip. But he didn't even get a boon. He just immediately became a slave.
Yeah.
Like, wrap it up. We got 30 minutes.
You guys leave, you've got 20 minutes.
Or 20.
Yeah,
that's
like
right.
20-minute episodes.
22
Well,
minutes.
for no
whatever.
commercials, because we're doing
Yeah,
Blu-rays.
exactly.
Yes. It's on
Alright.
Hulu, if you ever want to follow along with us.
Yeah, it is all on Hulu.
I forgot to mention that the first
I'm
time.
sorry,
but
our podcast or the show?
The show,
Oh,
the show's on Hulu. No,
the whole
we can't be
thing.
on
They have
Hulu.
the Viz dub on there.
Yeah, so if you'd
They
like
have
to watch it
Crystal
home,
on there too.
you can also pick the Japanese language if you are
Yeah,
so
you
inclined.
can choose in Japanese or in English. So
So we start like Do we start at school? How do we start? Or is she waking up?
I
Yeah,
think.
Wakes up
her
right for
alarm's
school.
going off.
Okay,
No, I
so-
think before that they kind of show the fortune
Oh,
people,
yeah, you're
and then
right.
it goes to
Yes,
Jedi.
yes. There's the fortune teller in the street, and all the Japanese teenage
it shows
girls
all
like,
them.
oh,
And then it goes to Beryl and Jedi, I think.
give me a fortune of love, give me a fortune of good studies, all that good stuff.
Didn't you say something about like one of the costumes, or like, oh yeah, that disguise is not noticeable, or
Yes,
something like that?
There's a fortune teller.
Jedi's just wearing like a fedora.
He's doing the Raphael. He's got a long coat and a fedora.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
and no one will notice him. Hence why I said when we watched the episode, I'm like, oh, good disguise, Raph. Good job.
His disguises are
Has
great.
anybody seen Jedi at this point?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I don't.
Maybe
think
it's
so,
just
yeah.
keep it incognito
I don't
so
think
no one recognizes
no,
him in the first place.
episode, it's just the monster. You don't actually see Jedi
Yeah.
yet. So
Yeah.
no, Usagi's never met
Oh,
Jedi
that's
yet.
fine.
So now we
Oh,
can begin.
Hang on. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. But I only saw the blonde hair. I was like, oh, it's Andrew.
No, not yet.
Matoki.
Okay, so we're going to begin a segment that James and I love to death. It's called Jadeite's Dream Journal. And it's where he keeps all his plans. So your boy Jadeite's walking the streets.
I love
The
Jedi.
mean streets of the Juban shopping district. And he sees all these girls flocking to this fortune teller. And he's an old school fortune teller. He's got his robes on. He's got his long hair. He's got his little old man beard. He's fortune telling with his sticks. And Jedi is just noticing how popular this is amongst the young girls. So he's like, the kids like fortune telling, eh?
Let's get on this.
Let's get on this. Let's make my own fortune teller monster, and I'll use it to drain the energy and enslave the children. So that's his plan.
And by Jedi's dream journal, I assume you mean literally the first thing he thinks of at any given moment.
Oh boy, just wait. Just you wait. His plans.
Wait.
His
His plans are great.
Oh my goodness. So now we skip to the morning with Usagi's chicken clock waking her up.
And Luna
Luna's on
tries,
the ground
to,
like,
Luna
"Wake up,
tries to
Usagi."
wake her up and just doesn't work.
She does it the cat way. She just jumps on her face.
Yep.
And like flat lands, not her paws, but her like torso just right in Usagi's face. Usagi's like, ugh, whatever. So
She runs to school, and I love that she tries to sneak into the classroom when she's doing the roll.
yeah, so they're doing roll call, and Umino's being a huge nerd. He's like, I'm here, teacher. I'm so happy to be in
And then
school.
he sees Usagi, it's like, hey, Usagi! And it's
Yeah.
like, God.
Like,
It's like
Strike
it's
two, Umino.
What'd you
Strike
do?
two. First, first you sell out Usagi to her mom for a bad grade. Then you call her out for sneaking into class. Umino,
like he knows what he's doing, too.
No.
yeah. And
Like,
then,
No
Why?
one's that oblivious.
and then he decides to take his punishment with Usagi outside in the hallway to,
For no reason.
just for disrupting the class. And he's like, yeah, no reason. And he starts blushing and shit. It's like,
Sure.
back when we were all 14, we had mad game. I said that with quotations, of course. And he's like, I just want to be near you. And then we skip to another scene. Umino is confessing to Naru that he has a crush on Usagi, and they're just meant to be
He
together.
wants to date her.
And meet her parents and study and swap notes, and
Naru's like, no.
Naru just laughs at him.
Yeah, but she
laughs in his
suggests
face
him. She tells him to go see a fortune teller.
before he makes a move. It's like, which is a cool cultural thing. It's like, no, I'm a teenage girl. I think a fortune teller's gonna work. It's kind of like using a magazine to help you out with your love life or some nonsense. I don't know. I wasn't a girl.
The
I was a
dating
girl.
quiz.
I did that once.
Like a dating
No,
quiz.
I get you. No,
It didn't work.
no, I totally
No, I know.
get it.
I got bored.
We all
I
played
just
a
wanted to
dating
see.
sim once or twice, especially Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played the Newgrounds ones. You cool, everyone believed me. Michael's like Umino. Speaking of Umino and dating sim, Umino actually is like, I don't need a fortune teller. I create a dating sim handheld.
Which
He says,
isn't
I made a
creepy at
game
all.
based on an idea I had. The idea where I want Usagi.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that
The
idea.
dating sim says we're going to have a great relationship. The dating sim.
and we're gonna get married.
Created.
This ad was paid and sponsored by Umino.
So he made his little dating sim, and it's like, we're gonna end up together forever. And Naruto
Like,
yells
that's
at him,
not
like, go see a
creepy at
real
all.
fortune teller, stupid! And then Usagi shows up, and I don't remember the exchange.
No, I don't think she shows up. I think
Does she not?
she goes to see a fortune teller.
Okay, she's going home.
Yeah, when she walks by and sees that the fortune teller line, which usually is super long, is now really short. She's like, oh, that's odd.
And the old man tells her, oh, I have competition now. There's a big fancy fortune telling parlor across the way. He's like in an alley. Mm-hmm. He's got like just a table and his sticks, and he's just doing, honest work. And then their fancy parlor, Miss Cleo Call Me Now, is right across the street. And it's like, oh no, we got the real fortunes, boy. Come on down to us. It's a parlor.
And it's fooling everybody, and they're all going there now instead of to his fortunes.
And Usagi, being a tender heart and probably having the cheapest option, asks the old man to hey, read my fortune then. And it's like, okay, well, good news. There's a boy who likes you, and you see him often. And we didn't see him last episode, right?
No, I'm not just saying this.
Usagi automatically thinks of Matoki,
who we haven't seen yet, but she walks home to the Crown Parlor.
Yes, the Crown Game Arcade Center.
Yes. Isn't that called the Crown Parlor?
It is, I think. Okay. There's like a
Crown is on the door, and
I know it's called something different every now and again because it says Game Center on the wall, but it's also the Crown Parlor, so that's what I've always known it as. But and then a tall blonde fellow walks up, who is Matoki. Yeah,
it's a male Usagi.
He's so dreamy.
Yeah, well, he looks.
I know
they have similar appearances, personality-wise. No, he is not a male Usagi.
Yeah, and the English dub, he was Andrew.
Yeah, what a dreamboat!
Oh,
what a hunk.
Andrew!
What a dreamboat!
Oh God!
People still say hunk.
Unironically.
Yes, do girls refer to people as hunks?
What a hunk!
Not.
What a hunky guy!
No, it's all irony. It's all
irony.
No, it's gone.
I think the term now is himbo.
Even then, that's a little ironic. We're drowning in so much irony, we don't know it's real anymore. Anywho, so she runs into him, and Matoki's like, hey, he's walking into the game parlor. He's like, hey, Usagi, we got a new Sailor V game. Do you want to be the first to play it? And she's like, heck yeah, Sailor V is the coolest. So we switched to her and the cool Japanese game parlor.
Playing the Sailor V game.
Yeah.
And she sucks at it, so he's got to show her some pro strats.
Well, I mean,
pro tips.
To be fair, it's a brand new game, so you don't know it.
And she sucks at it.
Early 90s, where you're a game with a little girl character with a gun, like you said, it's probably like Battle Kid or Mega Man. It's probably hard as hell.
Power Blade. No, wait.
Battle Kid.
No, there's a different thing. It was I saw a video on it. It's one of those things that Japan did it and it sucked, and they're like, hey, we gotta save some money, localize this and do whatever you gotta do to change it, and then it was cool, and now the Japanese kids wanted it.
The game seems like a simple side-scrolling platformer with Sailor V with just a straight-up regular gun. It's not like a laser gun or anything, it's just a straight-up gun. Gun. I'll fight you with the power of friendship and this pistol.
And this gun.
And a Glock.
So she's taking out bad guys. No, to be fair, Usagi did do well, but she got hit by a cheap shot.
Yeah.
And then Matoki's getting all close.
She jumped.
Yeah. Not knowing he's being a playa. No, she's crushing on him. He's I think he's 16. I think he's a little older.
A little maybe. I don't know.
Usagi, thank you for coming.
He's got a full.
Even though I had to work on my 20th birthday today.
But he's got a part-time job, and he sits down and he puts his coin. He's like, "I'll help you," and gets all close, and she's like, "Okay,
sure,
that's
cool." Why is my heart beating so fast?
And she's playing with Matoki, and
this is the guy that likes me.
Yeah, totally not a nerd. And then she turns her head all dreamily,
and Luna's sitting there.
There's Luna here to clam jam.
It's like, hey.
She's like, listen, you ain't got time to hunt after boys. There's some trouble afoot. She doesn't say that, but she's looking at him and so Usagi's like, I gotta go, and Matoki's like, you ain't finished your game yet. Come on.
She's like, I'll be back.
She's like, I'll be back. Trust me, I'll be back for you.
Yeah, for you, baby.
It's
baby.
It's like every time that you come in here, you make me smile. It's like,
no,
he does say that. It's like, you brighten up my day, and she's like, swoon.
Yeah, she's
he doesn't even know what he's doing to her. He's just being nice.
Yeah, he's just being a nice guy.
A real nice guy.
Yeah.
A real,
it's 2020, we have to clarify.
Yes, real nice guy.
R/nice guys.
Yes. So, she goes out, and she's like, you know what, I'm not going to go home yet. And Luna's like, you should go home, because I'm going to nag you. You got to go home. You're supposed to come around after school. She's like, whatever, Mom. I'm gonna go talk to the fortune teller one more time to confirm that to confirm more information about Matoki, because he's dreaming. I love him.
Yeah.
And she goes to where the old man was, but he packed up for the day.
He's not there.
And she's like, okay.
Well, I should
Because he either
go.
packed up today or he's the
Something
real
else.
ghost.
Yeah, so she's like, well, I should go talk to him, but I really want to know now, so...
So she decides to flip for it. Heads, she'll come back to the old man later. Tails, she'll go into the crown parlor.
Yeah,
so she flips for it.
She kicks her shoe up.
Takes her weird, sometimes a heel, sometimes
It's got a little bit of a wedge to
That's a
it.
little bit of a heel,
A little
too.
bit of a heel.
Well, 'cause I was gonna say sometimes a heel, sometimes a completely like scrunchy shoe she can crumple in her hand,
Oh, I see.
depending on when you're animating.
Yes. So she kicks her shoe off, and it gets heads. Specifically,
Mamoru's head.
Mamoru's head. And he just turns around and is like, once again, my head, you unladylike lady. And she's like,
Bunhead.
Bunhead.
yeah.
In the English version, because in the Japanese they called her Odangolatama, which is basically her dumpling head, 'cause
Yeah.
her meatballs. And the Deke version they call it they said meatball head.
Yes.
Hey,
So this
meatball
just
head.
says bunhead.
Bunhead, yes.
Odango.
And so,
Football head.
yeah, yes, actually. And he's like, listen, start acting like a lady. You suck. And she's like, no, I don't suck because you suck. You know, early 90s romance.
Yeah.
Blushed because she felt very embarrassed.
Sticks
Yeah.
her tongue out at him and everything. It's great.
Not as toxic as the trope would become in America and sitcoms. It's just them being, well, teenagers. A 14-year-old.
So we gotta make these two characters really think they don't like each other.
Well, no, he's 16 now. It's not August yet. We know his birthday's August 3rd. We're
Yes.
dorks. Don't talk to me.
Don't at me.
Don't at me. I don't need to be called out like this. We call ourselves out. Therefore, it's ironic.
I'm the kid who knows all their birthdays because I'm a dork.
So anyway, Usagi's
So they had-
dad comes by.
Yeah, her dad shows up. We haven't seen her dad yet.
And he's
We've
like,
seen her brother and
so-
her mom, and now there's her dad.
Okay, it is her dad. Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
He's like, Usagi, what are you doing out?
I don't know, Dad. Why do you and Mom have blonde hair?
Her mom has purple hair.
And spoilers, that'll be revealed later. There's actually a reason
there
she
is
has
a
blonde
reason.
hair.
You were adopted on the moon.
You're adopted. Well, I mean, the moon's made out of cheese. I'm just saying.
That
Put
explains
two and two
everything.
together. So we get a clip of the parlor and what's actually going on in there. And there's a cultish woman with like long dark hair, and she's got like the scary eyes. She's got like red eyeshadow and all this nonsense. She's wearing this long purple cult leader robe, and she's like,
Yeah.
"This is the card. You can do whatever you want."
Yeah.
Bleh. And she like lifts the card,
I
and
took-
Umino's like, "Whatever I want." And he takes the card with him, and then next day.
Yep.
So the next day, Umino shows up, and he is Leisure Suit Larry now. He's got his nice duds on.
Leisure Suit Larry was a loser. that was the game. You have to get laid by the end of it.
And Umino is not a loser
Oh
playing
wait,
swap.
no, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're super right. Oh my god.
He's a super dork with now a heightened sense of confidence, wearing the suit that he shouldn't be wearing at school, and he's gonna. Today's the day. He's gonna get it, son.
Usagi out.
This was the Leisure Suit Larry episode.
Yes, Leisure Suit Umi. So Leisure Suit Umi walks into the school, and Naru's like, "Whoa, you can't dress like that. You have to wear a
You
uniform."
can't wear that at school.
And he's like, "Well, I can do whatever I want." And then there's a little rectangle glowing in his breast pocket that's clear where he's keeping his
The devil
his tarot
card.
he
Yeah,
was given.
and he's like, "I can do whatever I want." And so teacher comes up and yells at him. She's like, "You can't do that. You gotta wear your uniform." And he walks behind her and just
Flips up.
throws her skirt
skirt.
right up.
He just
What did she have in her underwear too?
Just a smiley face.
There's a smiley face.
face.
I think it was like I assume it's a combination of like the kid is now like that's not cool. You don't do that.
Yeah, it's bad.
Her student did it to her.
Yeah.
In front of her other students.
Yeah.
And she had her like cute underwear.
Yeah, she had a
Yeah.
cute underwear on
the
today.
comfies.
Yeah, she's wearing the comfs. She's not trying to like. She's not like today's the day I'm gonna meet a man.
Yeah,
no,
she's
she's
not
like I'm just
wearing,
wearing
like,
the
the-
comfs. We're gonna go. You know, she's not wearing the frilly stuff. She doesn't need it. And she just falls to her knees. She's like, I'm never gonna live this down. But it's way sadder in the Japanese because it pretty much translates to I'll never be able to get married now. It's like, oh no!
That's what that's the line I usually see. That is the line where I was like, oh, here's where it started.
Yeah, so not safe for Canada at all. So she's in class. She is persevering. She's a pro.
Yeah.
She's in class, like, you know, doing her thing.
Later
Keep
in class,
in mind, her skirt is long.
Yeah. Later in class, after I thought Umino just cut school and left. He was walking the other way.
He can't mac on Usagi.
She's at school.
Yeah, she's at school.
So
You'd think she wouldn't be there.
I mean, he did try to get Usagi to skip with him.
He did. He's like, let's go, baby. And she's like, no. You're gross. You're somehow even grosser.
Somehow.
I don't like this. Ew. I have a boyfriend. Matoki likes me. It's just a matter of time before he asks me out.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Don't talk to me, nerd.
My delusions are more socially acceptable than yours.
And not just because she's a girl, because she's not a creep.
Please no.
So they're teaching stuff in class, and Umino's just laughing at this manga he's got. He's just reading some Shin-chan. It's like the best thing. He's having a good time. He's like,
right in the middle of class.
And she's like, listen, Umino, I've had it with your shit. You go snatch out of your hands. She comes marching towards Umino, but...
I was surprised. It's rare that I think Sailor Moon or something that's this old would surprise me. I was like, did the other kid... Oh, wait, no, he's just possessed too.
He gets tripped by another kid, and he's got the shithead card.
Yep.
His little boys will be boys card. And it's like, man...
Like the Devil Tarot card, just on the back of it written.
Yusuke Urameshi was like this before, without a tarot card.
Well, he didn't beat people up unless they were fighting him. He just...
That's fair.
He did his own thing.
That's fair.
But no, like, imagine the tarot card on the back of it just says, like, no, it's just locker room talk.
Oh my god.
So he's using his trump cards.
Oh my god.
Trump cards.
Oh my god. I just wrote down boys are assholes. Boys be assholes.
To boys are being boys.
See,
boys will be boys. No.
No, it's not.
Again, like I say, like
even.
I thought he'd get some time to have like a heightened sense of sexy. And then, like, if he'd have a chance, but no, just straight to slave.
Leisure Suit Umi does what he wants.
It's Umi we're talking about, really?
Well, no. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I thought it would be. The card would give him a, it's like a monkey's paw kind of thing.
Yeah, we just don't have time for that. It's 22 episodes. She's still got to fight the bad guy.
Minutes.
She's still got to, 22 episodes. Jesus, that arc would be unacceptable.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
Unacceptable. They're just causing trouble, and then she's like, "Why? Why is this happening to me? I'm a good person. I hate you all." And then we skip. What's next on the young Trump agenda?
Throwing rocks, loser teachers' windows.
Yeah, throwing rocks.
Through the windows, just shattering them. It's not good.
Yeah.
They're just being real jerks.
The hall monitor's gonna be pissed.
And then it's like, doesn't he try to go and kiss her after that?
Yes, he goes and tries to kiss Usagi, and Usagi just cries.
She just cries.
Yeah, she just like up and cries, and then they're like, let's get out of here.
Yeah, the block there is like, oh my god, this is too annoying. So, Leisure Suit Umino, at least you don't,
Who says
kiss a crying woman. Yeah.
Who says crying won't solve all your
I was
problems?
like if I was going through all the I was expecting like a pulse back to like the real Umino coming out, but no.
Oh no, he's still thick. He's just like, I'm not dealing with that. Plus, you can't have Usagi's first kiss that way. This is a romance series.
No, you can't do that.
It's got to be ethereal.
Tell me answer that question for me. Would you this is shoujo, but would you classify it as romance?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna tuck that nugget away.
You gotta believe in miracle romance.
I would.
Now,
definitely.
The theme song.
Yeah.
Note, this is like fairy tale romance. This is not like practical blah blah blah. This is a show about a magical girl who transforms. Your suspension of disbelief has to kind of be put somewhere else. This isn't My Love Story or anything like that. This is still also a fantasy.
Okay.
Yes.
Where girls are fighting bad guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Romance is one of the key themes, though, and that's nice.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons the original guy who voiced Darian liked it so much. He's like, I'm doing something different. I'm
Yeah.
actually doing something with a bit of romance and daring to it. Romance drives the whole plot, but we'll figure that out later.
Yes, it does drive the
It's
whole plot.
Very important.
Okay,
So, what's next?
that's good to know.
It's
I
and
think
then
she just
Usagi talks to Luna, and
Yeah.
she figures out that Umino
Oh,
went to
yeah.
that House of Fortune,
Yep.
and so she figures out, I bet that's tied to this somehow, and
And Luna praises her like, "Oh, you actually did it for yourself for once."
And Usagi has
the second episode,
audacity.
and then Usagi's like, do I have to transform again? And Luna's like, yeah, you do.
She's like, well, since I did so good, can I get another present like the magical brooch you gave me?
Oh yeah.
No.
It's like,
Luna's
Usagi,
like,
she
nah.
gave you a magical brooch that transforms you. I don't think she's got anything that fabulous.
Luna has a couple other tricks up her
She
sleeve,
has,
but
but
she
nothing
doesn't
like
have
that.
that. Yeah.
My God.
Which we'll see in another
Petty.
episode. I forget which episode that's introduced.
So
But
yeah,
yeah,
So-
Luna's
so
like,
petty.
nah, I
she's
don't
like,
have that.
enough of your shit, Usagi. Just transform. Let's go home. And Usagi's like, all right, here I go.
What was the?
What do I say again?
I forgot what it was. What was it again?
It's the second time. It's Moon.
Moon prisms
Okay, yeah, yeah.
power make up.
I want Mike
Pulse
to do it.
code
Right.
modulation. There we go.
Yes.
She's like, oh yeah.
So,
Moon
she transforms. We get the whole transformation
We get all
sequence.
the guys at the.
Yep, she comes in,
place.
and then, oh my God, they were right. So the woman's there preaching like you can do what you want, do things evil for the evil, gain your energy.
Get him
blah.
out of here. Throw him out. Don't give him his coat.
Yeah. So she's floating around. She's having a particular way of talking. It's like very cultish. And then Sailor Moon busts in. It's like, hey, stop it.
In the name of the moon, I will punish you.
I will punish
I am
you.
the guardian of love and justice. You're under arrest. And this lady's like, you can't lock me up. And she turns into a lizard woman.
Like kind
And
of
she-
Medusa.
And then she
You got the
turns
shit.
the other boys into lizard men. The reptilians are here.
They're all green.
Yep, they're all green.
They were right.
And I think in the second shot of them walking towards, I swear there was like a thriller thing going on. They were kind of stepping in time, and they reversed the animation for a second.
So they start attacking Usagi. She's like, oh no. And this woman can attack with like her hair forms into two arms.
Yeah.
And they reach out and scratch the floor. And so I was like, lady, you're a lizard woman. You're scary enough.
I gotta say, I like that the ante kind of got upped a little bit. It wasn't just you. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Usagi dodged an attack in this episode.
She did.
Several.
And she didn't want to hurt the boys also. So
Yeah.
she was like, oh no. And then the lizard woman's like coming after her. And then, oh
I
my
like
God.
at one point when she throws that card or something at her, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, that almost hit my face.
Of course, I was like, yeah,
Luna's
no
like,
shit.
Yeah.
She's like, I was aiming for her. That's why.
It's like Usagi.
It's like, oh my God. Usagi, listen. And then she's like, I'm gonna do it again. But then a rose comes out of nowhere and hits him in the head. And there's Tuxedo Mask. He's like, Sailor. And then literally, he's just like, Sailor Moon. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything.
Gotta go.
And she's
Gotta
like,
go.
Thanks. Yeah, he's like, well,
He's like,
I will
well,
say-
gotta go.
Okay.
to be fair, in this first season, he's actually doing something.
Does he do less? Yeah. Later on?
No, he doesn't do. He doesn't do less. He just doesn't have a reason to be around.
Yeah.
There's a reason for him being at the
Yeah,
location the monsters are, which you'll find out later.
Okay.
In the later seasons, I guess it's there to watch after Sailor Moon, but still, it's like
See,
it's much better than the manga.
We'll get into that later.
There were two things going on in my mind. Like, one is like, okay, he's on the board. One hit. 1 for 2.
All right.
Yes.
And the other was like, so speaking of Yusuke Urameshi, like, you know, like in the Dark Tournament arc, like he goes in the cave and he's like blood is pouring out of his arms as he's training for his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's absorbing the spirit wave.
I want a not Darien. I want a Mamoru training arc like that series. And when he wakes up to fight Brother Turgo, his training has all allowed him to carry more roses.
Listen, if you like Mamoru moments, wait until we get to Crystal.
No, I'm just saying, it's like. Like he can only do one because he just has one rose on his lapel or something.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. There's a
I
theory.
brought one rose with me. Make it count.
He has a good inheritance, so he has a secret rose garden.
Is it his racial perk? Like he gets 1 rose per day?
He gets it from Kurama, his buddy. They go to the same school.
Kurama can give him a whole bouquet.
Well, yes, Kurama gives him one at a time, though. He's like, listen.
Hey, fucking be nice to it's
We got
Earth
this
Day.
one.
You can have one a day.
Make it
Actually, no,
count.
I never connected why he has having roses is semi-significant when he said Earth Day and stuff like. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so anywho, he just pees out and she's like, "What a hunk."
Wow.
What a hunk.
And guys, think about it. He's supportive of Sailor Moon. He's really nice. She has a big crush on him. What if Matoki is Tuxedo Mask?
Whoa.
Could be anybody.
Could be anybody. Well,
Whoa.
yeah, it's not her. Well, it might be her dad.
Yeah, well, Matoki transforms,
weird.
and then his glasses turn into the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so clear.
You say her dad might be Tuxedo Mask?
Yeah, but then I take that back. That can't happen. No, that'd be weird. That's too weird. I'm sorry. So, my lead thought is Matoki. It can't be Umino. We have officially
Oh
seen
my god,
Umino
no.
and Mamoru. Not Mamoru. We've seen yeah. We'll save that for later. Keep that in your pocket.
Save that for later. Keep that in your back pocket.
More jokes I won't understand.
Anywho, you will.
It's okay.
So
You will.
we take Umino off the board. Tuxedo Mask and Umino have been in the same
Yep,
room.
so they can't be the same person.
So Matoki's our lead suspect. It can't be Purple Pants. He's too busy ironing his purple pants.
You
Clearly.
mean Mop?
Mamoru?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he showed up
Yeah, Vaporwave Mop.
and nothing landed on his head.
Yeah.
She always throws something at his head. It wasn't here. So
Yep, that didn't happen.
so she gathers her courage and she starts dodging and doing well. And then Luna's like, just use the tiara. And so Sailor Moon's like, yeah,
why you
Moon,
have it.
tiara, action,
Yep.
not magic.
Yeah, and the deep dub was Moon Tiara Magic.
And she hits the lady and she turns into Ash.
She wins the day.
And Jadeite's like, drat.
Does it.
Yeah.
Foiled
Curses
again.
foiled again.
My reused animation energies
Damn it.
disappeared.
Again, for the
And
third.
it's like, we did it, gang.
Oh, and something I've almost never seen, and I've watched the series.
Oh, right.
Happened. Queen Beryl put her arms down.
Yes, but that was way back in the first scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
It happened though.
I don't think you started noticing that she doesn't put her, like she's always doing the crystal ball thing until a couple episodes in, to be
Yeah,
fair.
it was
Yeah.
a while before you
You
started.
had to notice a
noticing
pattern
it. It was
before you
funny.
started, like... So anywho, next day, Umino's like dying of embarrassment. He's like, I did what? She's like, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Uma was telling her everything that happened.
You
He's like,
flipped
oh
up
my
the teacher's
god.
panties, you tripped her, you threw rocks, you disrespected
Then
people,
he's
you
like,
asked Usagi out, you tried to kiss her. He's like, no!
I love how he just turns around. Like, I'm just gonna.
He's like, I'm not going to school. All that's left for me is despair.
I'm assuming because this is,
Sephiroth won, he's just in
Yeah.
despair.
I'm assuming this is like because this is a kid-friendly series. There's not like a 12 kids in an event of mass hysteria suddenly became evil for one day.
I don't think we get many newscasts in Sailor Moon.
No, we had a couple, but
There's no chat lemon for
there's
Sailor
a
Moon.
couple.
I assume there
but,
might
yeah.
be one where they're like it's like a pseudo hostage situation or something. But
I don't know. Anyway, he goes up and Usagi's like, hi, Umino. He's like, why are you so chipper to me? I'm so sorry. She's like, oh, I get it. You weren't being yourself. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because she literally knows
Yeah.
he was possessed by an evil card. She's like, it's fine. He's like, oh, good. I still love you. Please marry me. And how's it? Does it just end there?
No, he makes comment about, hey, you're right, I shouldn't worry about it. You don't get worried when you make bad grades.
Yes. That's what he said.
Yeah, and then he
and
turns
then,
away and walks off.
And then she gets mad, like,
So all those
"How
points
is
you
it
got
did
are
all that
gone."
work or something? Or
Yeah,
she
and
got-
Usagi gets all like mad and she starts walking off and then she trips on the ground and falls.
And then freeze cut.
Happens.
I kind of wish she responded positively to Umino going, I should be more like you. That's
Well, then he insulted her.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
but
Because that's what Umino does.
If he said, I should be more like you, and then be like carefree or something like that,
Yeah.
but he directly
Yeah.
insulted her.
Yeah,
He didn't mean to. It wasn't like a thing like, oh, I'm going to make fun of you. It's just he's socially
Yeah.
inept.
yeah,
He
Yeah.
is.
He's a swirly glasses.
I know you. He's
he
the
can't see through it.
swirly glass.
He is the swirly glasses. There probably is a swirly glasses that predates him, but he is the swirly glasses of the USA.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, swirly glasses.
Swirly
You're
glaze.
always getting in our way.
So that's why we
Impeding
kind
our
of sort of
forward
like
motion.
him.
Okay. Now, Kelly, just for my sake, when we talk about cut episodes from Deke lineup. Just on a scale of a little to a lot. How many?
I think there's 7.
Okay, not too much.
No.
Have the
And then they
40-something
made the
episodes.
last 2 episodes, the finale 2-parter of this season, they turned it into 1 episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll see why.
Yeah, you'll see why, but they cut it up and turned it into 1 episode instead of 2.
There's a lot that happens with the finale.
But yeah, I think it's a total of 7 episodes. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to check
I hear you.
for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was like 7 episodes.
All right.
This is one of them.
So I opened, so I will just go around clockwise. Michael, what was best?
I usually think of a character.
We'll
but
have room for MVP too.
Yeah, we'll do character.
in that case, I was going to say, because I was going to say
It can
I'm
be
having
some-
trouble finding a character.
It can be something a character does or just an action that happens.
I guess I like that Usagi spoke to someone in the like the old fortune teller, like
Yeah.
like, hey, neighborhood guy. I've always liked that.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold, like, really gave me that feeling the very first time.
Yeah,
of,
she's
like,
shopping at Mr. Green's. She's not
yeah,
going down to Walmart.
Dude, she's at Mr. Green's or like
Mrs. Patel's flower shop.
or whatever what's the angry ice cream man who they still buy ice cream from?
But he's just the Holly Jolly man.
Holly Jolly man.
Yeah.
He's one of those.
Yeah.
I like those.
Well, he's not a dick, so... That's a little-
Usagi is also the character who every person she meets, she's like, we can be best friends. Like,
Let's be friends right
this
now.
is also Usagi. Like, so
but yeah,
everyone she meets, she's like, no, we'll be best friends. This will be great.
Now, the more friends she gets, the more she rejects. R.I.P. Naru. Your
Yeah.
time is coming.
Yeah, it just mildly scratched that itch. I like it when
No,
series do
it's
that.
very good. All right, James, what was best?
What was best? God.
Something you thought was best in the episode.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Another concussion for Mamoru.
I got knocked in the head. I wouldn't call it concussion. Heather, what was best?
Ooh. Probably just like how Usagi kind of like handled the whole entire thing of it.
What's that?
Like, you know, like how she was crying and then she was like, you know, just like after that.
Oh, yeah, she was crying.
Yeah,
happy afterwards.
she was crying. But I mean, like, and then
I feel better now.
And then, like, towards the end, where she's like, "Oh, it's okay, you watch yourself," and it's like she's trying to be that good friend. It's like, I like that part.
Yeah.
I think when you're trying to be a good friend, even though they screwed up in whatever they did, you know.
All right, Kelly, what was
I
best?
think my favorite part was when finally introducing Matoki and being at the game
Yeah.
center and playing the Sailor V game and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that scene a lot. That
Cute.
scene
I
was
like
great.
Matoki a lot. I think he's
I
one
like
of the
Matoki,
underestimated characters. Best for me was yeah. There's a really short lip flap when the lizard woman's giving her sermon, and Umino's response, because it's a quick lip flap, is yeah. It just cracked me up so much. They had to rewind to hear
We
it again.
rewinded and watched it again. So it was so funny. It was this quick little
Yeah.
And then we'll go in reverse order, and since Michael started, I'll go first on this one. What was worst panty shot?
Yes.
I know he's possessed, but that's just not cool, man.
yeah.
Not cool. Kelly, what was worst? And you can agree with me. It does not have to be different.
Trying to think if I agree or if there's something else. Am I? No.
I mean, that
I agree.
like frame of animation is pretty infamous.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah, Heather says that was worst. James, what was worst?
Like that, and like the rock throwing too.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And I also-
you're gonna
and I
destroy the school by throwing rocks.
Yeah.
Really?
I also don't like Umino trying to kiss her like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I didn't like his attitude.
So
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
like
gonna kind of combine those two and just say all of the
Boys will be boys.
the sexual misconduct. No.
Yeah, it's
okay.
not good. Not okay.
Yeah. At least it's portrayed as a villainous act.
Yeah.
I don't mind if something like that is in a show as long as it's portrayed
Yeah, that's one of the
villainously.
things that makes it go about Yu Hakusho is he's constantly doing that to Keiko.
Well, not constantly. He does it like twice.
I'm trying to
But
remember
either then, that was written in the late 80s, early 90s,
Yeah.
and that was and in Japan.
Interestingly enough, by Naoko Takushi's husband.
Yeah.
And then also, she always gives him his comeuppance when he does shit like that.
Yeah, he does.
She'll bust his
Yeah.
ass.
Get his butt kicked.
Yeah, so Keiko
That's
doesn't just
hilarious.
take it.
Yeah.
It's not like a harem anime. It would be like, why are you doing this? And she'll get all blushy and stuff, and it's creepy and weird. Anywho, what was worse, Michael?
I want to get to like the villain fight did up the ante and she dodged it.
I see.
I want to get to a fight where like I'm not expecting like a rotoscoped version like of the first fight from Old Boy with the hammer.
Well,
But I'm wondering if there'll be like one in the whole series that'll just go like, ooh, that was good.
there's a couple fights like that, but
There's a
it's
couple
still...
of good, really good fights.
They don't have a huge budget, and to save animation, they all have attacks.
And I totally understand we are not there yet. We haven't
Just
I mean,
wait
we
for
haven't even
Crystal Boy.
introduced any Senator Senshi yet either. It's
Yeah.
just still Usagi. That's it.
Just wait until a very particular episode that we all know and love when a certain Senshi shows up. Because he mentioned physical violence, and he's mentioning cool fight moves, and I can only think of one Senshi for that.
Yeah.
And it's
Is it my
amazing.
favorite?
It's my favorite. I don't know
Okay.
if it's your favorite. Is Jupiter your favorite?
Are you re-spoiling it or not? Because I said mine was
Jupiter?
Uranus.
Okay.
No.
Yours
I mean, Uranus is awesome, but her gimmick is more of like speed and racing and stuff like that. She
super
will
fast.
kick ass.
She does kick ass though. Yeah.
But Jupiter's like a wrestler.
I like that she's tall.
Climb the trees,
Tall.
boy. Okay, and then MVP, Michael.
MVP. Usagi.
Okay, James MVP.
Yeah, I'll have to agree. She got some stuff done this time. She just got Umino to walk away from one situation.
Yep.
Actually,
It's definitely showing us why she's pro-tag.
Yeah.
Why she's Sailor Moon.
It's because she could fit the toast in her mouth and run at the same
She
time.
hasn't done that yet.
no, I think that.
Wait,
I'm sure she didn't stop it, but the first anime I actually saw the toast in the mouth thing was Card Capture Sakura.
The first manga I saw that was
Well, the
Miyuki-chan in Paradise.
well, I was gonna say
or no, Michuki-chan in Wonderland.
the first episode of Sailor Moon. She has everything but the toast in her mouth. So
Yeah.
she's doing
Yes.
all the others.
I love Usagi, but I'm actually going to give it to the teacher.
Yeah.
Because all this shit happened to her and she still persevered and did her damn job.
Like a teacher should, and
That's
most of them do.
understandable, yeah.
It's okay, teach. You can still get married.
It's okay, Mr. Runa. It's fine.
Haruna, that's her name. Yes, I can remember.
I'm sure any man would be happy to have it.
Yeah.
Are you positive?
I think I'm gonna say Luna because there was the time where Usagi was like, "What do I say again?" And Luna's like, "Come on now, come on."
I want to give it to Matoki because he's my boy, but not yet.
try to keep this up, Usagi. You can do this.
Present power.
And I think that's going to do it for us. We'll
Any other
eventually...
closing thoughts on the episode, or
Yeah, any final thoughts? I think we got them all out pretty good, though.
When Naru was yelling at Umino, I was like, "Wow, Snaggletooth hit America early. She had the
Fang thing, yeah.
fang danglers.
The drippy fang. Yep.
No. She had when they're drawn like teeth,
Yes.
like not like the new age one where it's just the
yeah.
skin color.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, that was also in Star Blazers.
Well, sure, but I'm talking about American animation, like anime that.
Star Blazers was brought to America in the 80s from anime. It's Space Battleship Yamato.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
anyways.
Which actually they adopted the name Star Blazers for Space Battleship Yamato in Japan.
Huh.
So now it's called Star Blazers Space Battleship Yamato. But this isn't Star Blazers.
There's
cast.
a thing like that for Beautiful Joe. Like it's
Yes.
like a.
Let's cut that out. Okay, everybody. Well, we will plug our actual sites where you can find us and our email when I get it up. Michael's an editing wizard. He'll just take a sound clip and put it in. It's pretty magical.
Timeline-based editing software.
Editing. All right. Well, we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to Pretty Guardian Podcast.
Guardian.
Bye-bye.
Hi, everyone. This is Michael editing for the Pretty Guardian Podcast. Thanks for listening, and we'd love to hear from you. Our email is prettyguardianpodcast@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter @SailorPGPcast. Our Tumblr is prettyguardianpodcast.tumblr.com. Go ahead and send us a message and keep the conversation open. I'm having a lot of fun running through this old gem of a show, personally, and I look forward to seeing it through to the end.
Take care now.